Hey TJ, how's it going, old buddy, old friend, old pal? It has literally been years since I've talked to you, and I'll tell you why. Baby back there. It is difficult to find time to do stuff because I'm always tired and I'm super lazy, and now that I have something that actually has to get done every day, like changing a baby's diaper every single day, it is more difficult for me to find time to do things like make videos for you, even though you know in my heart that's what I would be doing. I don't know if I'd say rather be doing, in addition to. I wish I could do it more than I am. So to counter that, I think instead of trying to make time that doesn't exist during the day for me to sit down and make a video for you, maybe I'll just talk to you while I'm doing things like cook dinner, which is what I'm doing right now. Chopping up an onion and some peppers, making some Philly cheesesteaks for me and Liz. P.S. She will be making an appearance later in the video because she is a member of Not Penny's Boat, and that is the challenge. I would, at some point I will put those other guys back in the video too. So since we're on that subject, the band does still exist. We haven't gotten together or practiced or done anything since prom, and that is no one's fault but my own. Shmemily has stepped in and learned the drums. Like she's doing it. She's doing the drums. She's doing very well. She comes in and plays them at Rum Runners, which is fun. To announce the guest drummer, so that's cool. And that's really the only switch. Yeah, so the band still exists, but we haven't even thought about doing anything in a while. That said, that time that Katie and Emily came over and we jammed as a trio to write the TJ song and something else we practiced without Liz around. And and not saying that without Liz is what made it fun, but we might do something that's not strictly Not Penny's Boat and not call it that. And we've come up with like 4 or 5 different names. It'll probably still be the same bunch of us, but with different new names. So this is Liz. You remember her from that popular rock and roll band Not Penny's Boat.
Hey, buddy.
You should bring her closer to the... Let me get behind the camera. I want her to have her close-up. No, I want you. Yeah. Olive, say hi to Uncle Teej.
Hi, Teej.
She didn't say that. That was Liz.
Is it a good close-up?
It was pretty good, yeah. She's not looking at the camera. She's looking at her
It's not
reflection
a
in
boob.
the window, I think.
It's not a boob. She doesn't give a fuck.
She didn't give a fuck. Well, get her out of my kitchen. So Tate, she, like I said, is directly responsible for my neglect toward you. I hope that's okay. I wouldn't say she's cuter than you because that's impossible, but she's up there. She is up there. Oh, okay, here's something, since we're kind of on the subject of you and us and whatever. One time Liz and I had a conversation, and I was saying that if I died, that I would want you to step in and be the new husband. And I know that that might be an issue for like Peanut or whatever, but there's a show called Sister Wives, and this guy has like 4 or 5 different wives, and they think of themselves as sisters, now married to the same dude. So if it's possible, if I were to die somehow, if Liz could move in with you and she and Peanut could be sister wives, and then the same thing goes if she died, if I could come in and we could be brother husbands. Either way, you're marrying either Liz or me if something happens and one of us isn't there to raise our child. Because frankly, I wouldn't trust her with anyone else except for you. Liz is intimidated by your sexuality, so you'll have to break her in smooth. But I'm sure she'll catch on to the good stuff eventually. Just be patient with her. Other things to talk about. I did know that Mark Wahlberg was not in New Kids on the Block. I knew when you guys were talking about it that it was Donnie Wahlberg. I didn't even have to look it up. Mark Wahlberg was from the Funky Bunch. His older brother Donnie was my neighbor Alexis's favorite new kid. That's out of the way. Did I already say that the gun thing is exciting and it sounds like a lot of fun, and I am excited to hear more about it when it happens. Peanut's hair on Halloween, I thought that was really neat, and it looked perfect to be Rosie the Riveter. I think that is an awesome costume. I've never heard of anyone being Rosie the Riveter for Halloween, and I kind of like obscure reference costumes. I showed you my Shredder costume. Oh, and I told you about the other ones too. Wait a minute, no, because it was Halloween night and I didn't know what I was going to do yet. That night I decided to be Leon Redbone. And if you don't know who Leon Redbone is, he's a musician and he's really offbeat, and I think I'm going to see him for my birthday this year. But you should look him up, Leon Redbone. He plays like, he reinterprets old kind of like Tin Pan Alley music. But he's really cool. I like that you had Tommy Wiseau talking to me. Everything is betterly expressed. Betterly expressed with Tommy Wiseau until saying it. I don't know if you remember my birth announcement that I put on Facebook was him saying, "We're expecting," which brings me to, did we talk about or have you seen The House That Drips Blood on Alex? Because if you haven't, Google that and look it up. It's the short film that he is in now, and he is Alex, and it's a house that drips blood on him, which is why it's called The House That Drips Blood on Alex. Sure took me a lot longer to cook up these, cut up they're not tomatoes, they're peppers and onions, talking to you. So, I do actually want to make dinner. I might go ahead and pause this, but later on, I want to play a special song for you since it's been so long, and since I'm going to make a valiant effort to make a video every now and then instead of every 2 weeks, because that's weak sauce on my part. But I will point out, feel free to make as many like mini vids or whatever, because I always have time to read texts and see videos, and if I haven't done one in a couple of days and you have more things to tell me, please do it, and I will try to get all my stuff in at once, which is what she said. So to be continued, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Alright, Teej, a couple of things that I forgot to talk about before. Your bangers and mash recipe video is some of your best work, and I submit it is also some of Will Smith's best work. I can't think of better lyrics to Wiki Wiki Wow Wow West than how to make bangers and mash. And another thing, I thought you might think it was neat. I've been working on kind of a CD thing lately, and I had Smoke and George come over today and play a song, or record guitar on the song. Here's a picture. Cool. Well, now I'm going to play you a special song since I haven't seen you in kind of a while. It's not a song I wrote. It's not a song you wrote. I'm going to sing you a song by Alvin and the Chipmunks. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that I almost passed out just now, Teej, singing. That's dangerous. Well, that really made me feel weird. I can't wait to talk to you again via these videos, and I think I'm going to do them more regularly, I swear, and if not, it's because of my baby's fault, and you can give her the finger when you see her in person, except she will melt your heart way before you can do that. So anyway, sorry it took so long. I love you, and I hope you and Peanut are awesome. I know you always are. And